Oh, man. Okay, well, that's a really nice relic to get when we've currently added 0 skills to the deck so far. All skills we add from here on out will be upgraded. This run's about to go to crazy town. Two different max HP starts. Interesting that it's take 18. Take 18, max HP plus 12? I feel like the Ironclad gets a better deal on this particular exchange. I remember that the take damage max HP start gave you was less than 6 damage. Interesting. Alright, looking at our layout here, I see some pretty cozy 3 elite paths we can take. In particular, I like this one. Fire, elite, fire, chest, fire, elite, enemy, elite. Could even opt into burning elite and 1 more fire, giving us 5 rest sites this act. Pretty potent. It's also Fire Elite Fire here. Then the back half is worthless. With Hexaghost at the end of the act 2, I feel pretty comfortable having less HP to work with. That actually makes a max HP start feel relatively reasonable to me. Certainly I don't trust random rare. So it's that or boss swap. Problem with random rare is that no matter what the card is, I may not want the card that I get. For example, if I get a Conjure Blade or a Master Reality. I think I'm going to lean into the max HP here. We'll lose 6 HP for this act, but I think with Hexaghost at the end of the act, I'm less concerned about that. And in future acts, we'll have a lot of health to work with, which can be a really big upside. Here's hoping this run teaches you something, Itzia. Generally speaking, your early encounters are pretty easily navigable with the starting deck. It's all about knowing when to use your Miracle to play a strike, and when to hold on to it, and it's all about knowing when you can enter Wrath or not, as well as just verifying on each turn that, you know, whether or not you have the opportunity to end the fight by killing everything, which is something the Watcher can often do by entering Wrath. Very, very happy with the Flex Potion to start. How do I feel about Windmill Strike versus Follow-Up? Almost always looking to take a damage card first with Watcher. You really want to be able to get the maximum use out of your Wrath. So having cards that do having attack cards specifically that do significant amounts of damage, better yet ones that you can upgrade for bonus damage, which will then get again doubled. Follow-Up is a really nice early one. It's a essentially free attack, and if you can upgrade it, it does huge damage in Wrath stance. I like Windmill Strike as an answer to Lagavulin. Kind of decent against the sentries as well. But sure, let's take a follow-up here. And do I trade some HP for random upgrades? This event always costs as much HP as the as a rest will give you. So one thing that you can do here is upgrade 2 cards and then rest later. Those 2 random upgrades will almost assuredly save me some health here, so that'll pay it back partially already. And 2 upgrades for the price of 1 sounds like a good deal too. Even if this is 2 strikes or 2 defends, be pretty happy. We get Vigilance upgraded, which is a sweet, sweet upgrade. Plus 4 block, that feels really good, and 1 upgraded strike is also really good. I feel like we made a great choice there. Look at that. Immediate value out of the strike plus here. Giving me the damage to secure that kill. Let's keep this Miracle for now. Here's where we use it. Oh man, a Meditate this early. Meditate's a potent card. It's another calm entry, as well as giving you a card back from the discard pile. Meanwhile, Sash Whip's a pretty good attack. Does decent damage and applies Weaken if you've previously played an attack. Combos quite nicely with the follow-up, too. Not really interested in this Evaluate at the moment. I don't think the Watcher tends to want block cards until the later game. feel like I do need another attack quite badly. So as much as I'd appreciate this meditate, I'm going to grab the Sash Whip. And then 9 plus 9 times 2 is 27. Eruption Strike just kills. Flex Pot elites are free. I mean, well, you need attacks for the Flex Potion to do anything, right? You can't just Flex Potion, defend, and have a good time. Oh, okay. I guess I should have taken the meditate. But why would I need to play Eruption more when I have a Tantrum? That's my question to you. Who needs it? Flex Potion, Strength Potion, Tantrum is pretty dang sweet, if you ask me. This card hits 3 times, and is very notable for putting itself into the draw pile, which, having played with Tantrum a bunch, I don't think any card should be allowed to do this, for the most part. It's just too good. Leskin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that incredible generosity, and thank you for taking advantage of that September promotion. Did you know September's going on for a discount on recurring subs or gifted subs? This Cut Through Fate's not exactly a bad card either, mind you. I think that could have easily been an acceptable take. How dare you? I don't have hit points to spare right now. Although with these 2 potions, I do believe I get to upgrade before the Elite. Probably going to upgrade our Tantrum, since I have a Strength Potion. 3 clicks? You kidding me? Having a hard time deciding between 0 clicks and 1 click is how I feel right now. I really would like to have... we need a minimum of, I'm thinking, 21 hit points, so that we can survive a hit from Lagavulin. Other option is dig for a relic and rest, but then don't have upgraded Tantrum. Do I feel the pressure of a Watcher win streak? Truthfully, no. I don't feel pressure to continue the win streak, is how I'm feeling. You know, I don't feel like it's a huge difference to me personally, whether we end up with 13 wins or back down to 0. I'm mostly just happy to continue practicing my experience with the character and getting a better feel for what works for her and what doesn't. But I personally am not massively emotionally invested in the continuation or lack thereof for this streak. I do hope it keeps going, but I'm not going to put huge pressure on myself for that. As ultimately that is an unsustainable process, especially for really long win streaks. It gets real gnarly, man. Harry Paxton trying to go for the Common Sense achievement, I believe. I've got a YouTube video with exactly that subject matter for you, Percy Paxton, so I highly recommend checking out that little tutorial vid where I use the defect. Sorry, I used the silent in that video for Common Sense. But I do generally recommend the defect as the character to try it out with. Ultimately, the idea with Common Sense is that you need to get a handful of good common cards, get them upgraded, and for the late game you must rely on relics and potions to carry the rest of the distance, because you won't be able to beat the endgame bosses, usually with just commons, although defect can do it quite easily with Claw. So a Claw build on defect is probably one of the most reliable ways to get there. Cool29, thank you so much for the 4 months and that tier 1 sub. Alright, I'm not going to click on this at all, and I'm going to upgrade Tantrum. That's what I decided. That was a good choice. Use 1 potion here. Only 1 should be necessary. Yeah. Clob the Knob, scoring ourselves an Omamori. Wow. Talk to the Hand is already here. Whenever you attack, it applies a status effect that says whenever you attack this enemy, gain 2 block. Works best with multi-hitting attacks like, oh, I don't know, Tantrum Plus. Or attacks that specify playing other attacks like, oh, I don't know, Follow Up and Sash Whip. In fact, all of the cards that we've added to the deck so far work perfectly with this one. That said, both the Sands of Time and the Third Eye are reasonable picks as well. I think Third Eye is always a good take. Just, it gives so much scry, which is a effect that's very, very similar to card draw in its usefulness, allowing you to set up your future turns. But no, we're gonna grab this Talk to the Hand, and we're gonna smonk. We're gonna smonk. Am I resting at all? Not until after I see what's in that chest, that's for sure. Follow-up Sash Whip, Talk to the Hand. I think the Talk to the Hand is the worst upgrade right now. It's not going to matter at all against sentries. It's only +2 damage. We'd rather get the additional turn of Weaken or the +4 on the follow-up. The Talk to the Hand upgrade is going to matter more before Hexagos, so I'll probably upgrade it at this fire. For these elites, though, we really care more about the immediate damage that we can get. So to that end, I'm thinking this follow-up upgrade is going to be my first choice. Oh, man. Okay, well... That's a really nice relic to get when we've currently added 0 skills to the deck so far. All skills we add from here on out will be upgraded. This run's about to go to Crazy Town. That's right, Ezio. I tend to not like the Eruption upgrade once I have a Tantrum Plus. I'd almost rather remove Eruption at this point. Actually, don't know if that's correct, but that's how I've tended to play. Normally you do want multiple Wrath entries, but the fact that Tantrum puts itself back into the draw pile really means that it can kind of serve as your only Wrath card if you want. Oh, that's an interesting way of looking at it, Merle, considering the Eruption upgrade as a damage upgrade. It's kind of like making a... If you squint really hard, this card says Strike Plus on it, right? Am I sure I don't want this to be a no-boss relic run? I mean, maybe if we see the 3 boss relics, then I don't want any of them. I'm thinking now that I have a Toxic Egg, I'm actually more inclined to rest here. I'm gonna do that. And then we can pick up a couple more elites. We're not gonna need that many upgrades. Okay, that is not the draw pile I want for waking up the Egg Boy, so we're gonna leave Tantrum in hand, unplayed. Just intercom. Yeah, that's the hand to wake up with. But here, for example, the Eruption upgrade with this hand is 0 damage, because we don't actually have the ability to use that last point of energy. Nate Fizzledog, thank you so much for the 3 times 3 times 3, 3 to the 3, 27 months of support. That's a lot of 3s. Do I Flex Potion this turn? It would add 45 damage. That's a lot of damage. Do I need it? I mean, we could easily get 45 damage out of just playing the Tantrum, so I'm gonna save it. Now, for example, it seems pretty good, because I take a lot of damage otherwise. So we do, what, 48? 48 is less than 57. Bippity boppity. Oh, Third Eye. Wait, pressure points plus. No. I am extremely pleased with a Third Eye plus. Scry 5. That's higher than I can count, I think. And lets us look at an entire additional turn of cards in the draw pile, which means we get to plan very, very far ahead. Alright, I don't think that I get to play this Tantrum right now. This is me feeling good about having rested, right here. So yeah, I really do want to kill the slime first. It's only 1 damage difference to weaken slime versus weakening jawworm. Weakening this is -3 damage, weakening this is -2. And I want to put the damage here, so I'm going to put the damage here. Follow up. Plus putting in big work here. Another example of where the follow-up upgrade doing more than the eruption upgrade. Assuming we have a kill here, right? 9 plus 22 plus 12. How much is that? 43... Yes, that's a kill. Halt Plus is a little interesting. Halt is just outright exceptional block if you're in Wrath. 18 block for 0 energy from Wrath stance. No interest in unupgraded Flying Slaves. Not really interested in this upgraded Protect. There's definitely such a thing as too much block density on Watcher. She wants to be able to maintain offensive pressure on her enemies. So even though these block cards are upgraded, I'm not sure I want them. I can definitely see a world where I really wish I had taken this Halt, though. Also affected by Dex twice, that's right. You know what, I'll take one. I'll take one Halt. And immediately regret it. Clobber the knob. Alright, how much is Toxash Whip? 26 plus 24. That's a kill. Oh. Oh my. We got ourselves a Gurya, allowing us to lift at rest sites to gain permanent points of strength. What an incredible start to this run. It's also hilarious Conjure Blade Plus here. Actually don't hate and evaluate, but with a Halt in the deck, I really don't feel like I need it. If I wanted to try a no-boss relic run on the Watcher, this would certainly be a good candidate for it, right? We'll take a look at what we actually get offered. If I see Runic Pyramid, I'm going to take it. I'm just going to be honest with everybody. Not going to take that Conjure Blade. Oh man, and we got a shop? That's hype. And what a shop it is. Got 2 interesting possibilities. We're fighting Hexaghost, which makes the medical kit pretty damn good, I'm going to be honest. Letting us destroy status cards. I think a card removal would be good too, but what about the Teardrop Locket, putting us in Calm at the start of each combat? That's +2 energy the first time we play a Wrath card. Don't forget we got 2 of those. I think the Locket is, generally speaking, really good. This would also make us a lot better at a 0 boss relic run, if we wanted to try that. Tough choice here. It's actually not even a bad Wreath of Flame, hilariously. Wreath of Flame and Tantrum go really well together. But I don't think it's worth paying 80 gold for. I might take one in a card reward. I kicked? Staying on cam, at least for the first run of today, I may shift back to no cam, depending on how we feel. A tough call. I do suspect that the Teardrop Locket is the best pick. Go with that. Energy is good, and that's 2 energy. We're gonna lift to gain our first point of strength. We're gonna go bopping. Well, Locket not doing a whole lot here. I'm playing that regardless, right? So I might as well... play the Eruption now? Next turn could hurt a little bit. It'll be 12 by 2 here. Do the third eye again, though. And look at that damage output. Go ahead and use that. Tick only 2. Next turn, we're not even getting attacked. Fortunately, that halt won't be that useful. So I can deal 20 with this, or I can have 2 more energy next turn, but not be in Wrath. No, we just want to play the Strike Plus. Right, we want to play Vigilance then. Hexaghost always has the exact same order of attacks each time you face them, which is why I knew for sure that we were not getting attacked here. And that is part of success with Watcher, being able to know what your opponent can do, or better yet, will do on their next turn, can help you better set up your own turns so that you draw attacks when you need them or blocks when you need them. $30 block. Easy peasy. We're offered, wow, Lesson Learned or Blasphemy Plus. Those are some cards. Those are some cards. Man, Blasphemy Plus, huh? So is Runic Dome pretty bad for Watcher? You can mitigate most of the downside of Dome. With a lot of game knowledge on Watcher. Ironically, because of the energy that it provides, you can often kind of just overcome the uncertainty on the Watcher. I think ultimately the consensus is that Dome is quite good for this character. That said, not knowing whether your opponent is attacking you can be really, really scary sometimes. That's a tough pick. I actually have no idea. Only problem I see with this Blasphemy is that our best damage card is currently a Tantrum Plus. And that means that, you know, I only get to Divinity Boost 1 card. I don't like Skip here. Yeah, I understand why. I don't really think the Lesson Learned is that valuable when all skills will be upgraded. Ideally, I just don't add that many more cards anyway. And we end up with a basically fully upgraded deck. The Lesson Learned mostly lets us upgrade the strikes and defends. And ideally, we're just removing those anyway. We are lifting twice, so we do miss out on 2 rest sites worth of upgrades. It's actually a pretty reasonable Lesson Learned, more that I think about it. I do want to upgrade some of those defends. I do want to upgrade twice. I do want to go to nodes other than rest sites. Lesson Learned is basically have our cake and eat it too. Okay. I'll do a Lesson Learned. These are the options. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, I don't feel like skipping these, I don't think. That's going to be an insanely good Pandora's box. Good argument for the Curse Key, too. Curse Key, of course, is relatively free with Yomamori, blocking the next 2 curses. So it's free energy every turn, and that's real good. But the Pandora's box might be better than free energy, because it lets us get rid of every single starter card, replacing them with random cards, and any random skills we get will be upgraded for free instantly because of Toxic Egg. That makes this an insanely good boss relic. I'm gonna take it. Deus Ex Plus, Empty Mind Plus, Simmering Fury Plus, Empty Body Plus. Look at that stance control. We got Scry with the Cut Through Fate. We got a Flurry of Blows, and I think that's even a usable fasting. Oh, we have Halt? Yeah, that's a very usable fasting. I know that. Merle that Meditate. Hopefully we'll see another one. But overall, this is an incredible, incredible set of cards. Odd one out is this Alpha. I think this is the only one that doesn't really fit into the deck. Alpha puts a Beta into the draw pile, which then puts an Omega. It's, at the end of it all, 50 AoE damage every turn. But it's not necessarily something we want on turn 1, and especially with a fasting in the deck for the ability to scale up, I'm less interested. Is Alpha good in any deck? Yes. There are definitely decks that can make effective use of Alpha. My personal favorite is when you're chaining Omniscience. And if you can... There are many ways to put Omega into play on turn 1. But Omniscience chaining is the easiest way, and I definitely distinctly recall a deck that was consistently able to play double Omega on turn 1 with 2 or 3 copies of Omniscience. Let's see, not enough money to really justify... What is the goal here now? I'll probably take out the Act 2 Burning Elite. Not often you get an opportunity this good. Usually the Act 2 Burning Elite is somewhere much earlier in the act and it's much more intimidating. But when it's this late, you should always consider it. Okay, no avoiding these rest sites, really. They're just kind of everywhere. Guess we could go up the far side here, maybe? Or I can go up, around, through this. That hits 2 rest sites, but 2 rest sites isn't that bad, I suppose. It's 2 elites, though. I'd like to do 3, including the burning, so probably this? Not much opportunity to change my path. No, I need the rest sites. We gotta lift. Hold on. I gotta lift. That's right, we need to hit our 2 rest sites this act. Okay. Forget everything I said. Forever. Question then is, 1 or 2 early events. I would not take bite. Oh yeah, okay. But apparitions would be okay. Eruption follow-up Cut Through Fate just kills one. Yeah, gotta get our gains. That's right. And Cut Through Fate might well show us... I mean, there's a lot of different options. We could get, ideally, either Empty Body or Vigilance or Halt. But Empty Mind would work, too. I'm just gonna kill you. Wonderful. Let's actually go Vigilance, and then I'm going to Miracle Simmering Fury to draw 8 cards next turn and enter Wrath again automatically. Look at the power. Incredible. Should I have cut before follow-up then? I don't think so, because the follow-up doesn't cost energy, right? Maybe because of Talk to the Hand? An OWM, a dad joke for the crowd. Did you hear about the thief that started starring in musicals? They said he really stole the show. Another fasting, another cut, or a flurry. There's definitely no excuse for 2 fastings in this deck. That's not acceptable. We already have a flurry, right? I don't really like 2 flurries that much. Although, with Guria Talk to the Hand, it's kind of pretty good, actually. I think I'd much rather have the second Cut Through Fate, especially if we're able to upgrade it with Lesson Learns. I'm going to take that additional Scry and draw, thank you very much. Scry is such a consistency booster for Watcher, it really is essential. That's right, I agreed to only 2 elites this way. That's okay. Alright, you know, this might actually be an example of a fight where Omega's okay? here? Double Cut Through Fate, Fasting, Empty Mind. Let's keep this for next turn. I'm going to play this for now. Since I have 4 miracles in my hand, it's not like the energy cost is going to be a problem. If you strike the same bird 4 times in one turn, they'll fall from the air. That's what I'm going to look to do here. I was kind of hoping I would draw that card, but okay. I'll play your game. Bonk. And then we full block, and I'll play the beta, so that I may play the omega on the following turn. Bye-bye, nerds! Ooh, upgraded Indignation, another Wrath entry, as well as a, most importantly, Source of Vulnerable for us. If we're in Wrath, it enables us to do 5 turns of Vuln. I do kind of like that. Worship could be an interesting way to get Divinity into this deck. Although I don't think that I want to. This is worth considering. Again, that Meditate, though, from earlier. I'll take it. Really looking for a Mental Fortress. A Rushdown. That's not going to kill, right? How much is that going to be? It's going to be 14 times 3. 42 damage. No, not quite enough. Times 3 when if you're in Wrath and the enemy is vulnerable. You have times 2 and times 1.5. It's a total of times 3 the base damage for easy math there. I want another empty body. No. Do I want another empty mind? Yes. Do I want more cards that put me in calm stance? Yes. Are any of these those cards? No. Good talk. Alright, well this Blessing of the Forge does basically nothing, so I'll take a power potion. And I could remove Alpha at the shop, if I wanted to. I should also remember to use a potion here and there, because we do have the Toy Ornithopter. If you're in Divinity and enemies are vulnerable, that's going to be times 4.5. Yeah, times 3 from Divinity, times 1.5 from vulnerable. That makes 4.5. They multiply together. Add Pen Nib to the mix, and you've got times 9. I actually really like getting rid of Alpha going into our Elite fights upcoming. We're really not going to be wanting to draw Alpha turn 1 against these foes. So let's get rid of Alpha here. I know it's a cool card. I'm glad we got to use it at least one time. Akabeko. 1 gold off from buying this Sanctity seems a little cruel. But such is the way of the Spire. see. Event or combat? Can't be thwack. Pick a combat then. I know, it's Sanctity Plus! That makes it so much better. Truthfully. Way better. Like, juicy amounts of better. And Deus Ex, Cut Through Fate, Indignation, and Vigilance next turn. What a great hand. I'm just going to keep all of that as it is. We get to do Vulnerable and Bop. Consecrate could be okay. Don't think I want a Crescendo or a Protect. I would take a Tranquility Plus. Just one retaining Intercom card would actually be really nice to have as a kind of emergency measure. Hey, you're so welcome, Malarkey. Glad you enjoyed that Necro Curse Rupture run. That was one of my favorites to do. Got here. Discard that. This looks like a really good Empty Mind opportunity. Do I even want Empty Mind? Yes. Picking off the minions in this fight is pretty important. As it significantly reduces the chance the Gremlin Leader will attack you when there are less minions on the field. So we said earlier that Halt is affected by Dexterity 2 times. Note that with Dex, the Dex applies both to the base number of Halt and the additional block when in Wrath. So normally this is 4 plus 14 with 4 points of Dex. It's 8 plus 18. That's 26 block for 0 energy, which is a little offensive, frankly. Supposed to use a potion. Oh my god, Shuriken. Shuriken is here. And a third Cut Through Fate. Hey, Architect. No, we've got a lot of expert challenges left in Monster Train. But I think we're about 2/3 done now. We did one of them last night. Grab another Cut Through Fate. The only unupgraded card, but I'm okay with that. And I'll skip the blue candle since we're not going to be getting any more curses with Omamori anyhow. Alright, Strongening achieved. Stay in Wrath so that we can just kill. Yeah. If you gain block this turn, apply 2 weak to all enemies. Sounds pretty nice. We have relatively limited weak application currently. It's a great way to remove artifacts. Do that. And yes, I did forget to use a potion again. Guess I should have just gone into Wrath instantly. I was trying to apply Vulnerable, but now I realize that was foolish. Let's move this way. Flish. Gotta drink this for the HP. And then I can get a little bit more block. That. Just keep adding cut-through fates and upgrading them. It seems pretty good, honestly. I don't mind a second halt either, given that we have fasting in the deck now. Let's grab the second halt. Actually, we've got lots of ways to be in Wrath. Halt Plus with fasting helps us stay in Wrath. I like it. Be 20 damage 4 times? That's absurd. Alt, discard everything else. We're looking for the lesson learned here. Of course. Hello? Alt blocks for 26. Easy. Second, third eye, I think is pretty incredible. We did say we wanted this tranquility, though. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright, I'll take it. Kind of like our emergent get out of jail free card, essentially. This is a great set of cards to draw. Ooh, okay. I'm in for the fastings. This is why we put a Tranquility in the deck. Let's see, is anything still unupgraded? Literally just Flurry of Blows. Okay, so I don't particularly need to lesson learn this enemy, is what I'm learning here. When in Rome, though. You know? Bird Face turn heals us 2 when we play a power card. That should gradually heal us. Currently only 1 power in the deck. But a good reason to pick up another one. Upgraded Foreign Influence can be pretty fun. Unupgraded Wallop. Easy enough to upgrade with the Lesson Learned. A very good addition to the deck with this much strength. It's an attack that gives block based on the damage it deals, and I think I'm going to put it in the deck. Add more cards, please. Might as well just recall. Wallop does not scale with Dex. No, only scales with Strength. Only scales with Strength. I should play Fasting first. It's okay. I am allowed to simply enter Wrath here. Because the Halt then blocks for the entirety of Champ's damage output. Let's just start wailing on him. Get donked. Mr. Champ. I'll just use that Tranquility right there for one more explosive turn here. Which is more than enough to just absolutely smash this man. GG. Alt plus. I mean, that seems pretty good. Definitely better than not having Vault Plus. It's an entire extra turn. Only costs 2 energy, so we immediately get +1 energy from the new turn. As well as a new set of cards. It's pretty damn good. And probably the easiest coffee dripper in the world if we wanted a little bit more energy. How does Vault interact with Time Eater? If you play Vault as the 12th card, then both you and Time Eater try to end your turn at the same time. The end result is your turn ends and you start a new turn. You still get the effect of take another turn after this one. So it essentially bypasses the... Yeah, it's essentially cheating. That's right. Busted Crown works perfectly well too, but I'd rather be able to see more cards. There's certainly cards we could add to this deck that would make it better. Rushdown and Mental Fortress, just to name a couple quick examples. Hell, we might even take a Nirvana with all these cut-through fates. And if we can get additional energy with a downside that's not going to matter, I'm not going to choose to rest at rest sites at any point. Although we can kind of do so for free, huh? Anyway, the idea is that the Birdface Stern and the Ornithopter should keep us at basically full health. I really don't see that changing with how the deck is right now. There's no starter cards at all, very high average card quality. What will we do at rest sites? We're not going to go to rest sites. That's the answer. Hey everyone. Did you know that you can now support me directly on YouTube by getting a channel membership? For as low as $5 a month, you'll get access to perks like custom badges and emojis to use in comments and discounts on the merch store, all while helping support me and this channel to do what I love every day. Just click the join button below to get started. Now back to the video. We're not going to go to rest sites. We're just going to go elite, 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 elite. 4 elites, no rest sites. That's the plan. One early event. Only one chance at Mind Bloom, though. Could maybe want this late storm. We could opt into that. There's always the shop in Act 4. Not gonna go to an early store. So that I have decided. Gain 1 to gain 2, sure. Simmering Fury Vault? Now that's a fun combo. Instantly enter Wrath. And draw a bunch of cards. That's pretty cool. Don't think we want a second Simmering Fury. Don't really feel like a Protect either. Deck is by and large complete, just verifying we have no unupgraded cards. Correct, so no need for Lesson Learns for now. I'll take a Colorless Potion over a Power Potion. I don't think Power Potion is particularly good on Watcher. Most of her powers don't do very much immediately. Double Spiker, huh? Fortunately, we don't take additional spike damage in Wrath. We're able to kind of benefit here. Haven't been taking mantra, and I'm not about to start now. Here we got Ranwid can trade 56 gold, Wave of the Hand Plus, or this colorless potion. Of the three, I'm more than happy to part with this potion. Bite Rankle says, you never realized that Slay the Relics allows you to click on the deck and actually see the deck. Yes, yes you can if you're playing, if you're watching from desktop. The extension we've got enabled, we'll let you do that. It's super cool. You know what? Have a potion, sir. With a mummified hand. Double incentive now to take a power card, if we see one. Yeah, essentially selling our potion for 56 gold. That's a good way to look at it. Not the world's greatest turn one. Tranquility is part of that. That made Vault free. How nice. I think that's overkill. 2 fastings? Could take our alpha back. No, I think we're okay. We had orange pellets, I would be like, yeah, sure. But I'm pretty sure 1 is plenty sufficient. Alright, the really important question, can I kill the transients? That's what I want to know. I think I can. I think this deck can totally do it. Get 6 turns to do 999 damage, and I intend to prove that we're more than capable. Get him. Wow. Just obliterated. Seems like the deck is strong. Cards, who needs them? Am I right? Okay, what is this turn gonna be? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I Tranquility, I can also Wallop. Okay, that lets me kill both daggers. And apply tons of weaken to Repto. Draw pile doesn't... Oh, actually, no. Draw pile has 2 exits. Okay. Yeah, we're fine. Can we kill? Not on this turn. Surely not on this turn. We do pretty good damage, but not that good damage. I'm thinking doing this. Repto will definitely attack me next turn. Let's see, if I discard all 5 of these, what am I left with? I like that you can highlight cards in the scry pile and then open the deck screen to actually see what's been highlighted. So we'll be left with Cut Through Fate, Fasting, Simmering Fury, Tantrum Vault. I think I'd prefer that. Let's just put the damage on Repto. We end up with a very scary set of numbers on screen, but don't worry. It ain't a problem. Smiling Mask for cheap store removals. That's a pretty good reason to go to a, Well, actually, I don't have that many things to remove, though. Poultice Potion is 1 strength per turn. I guess it's gotta be better than a Blessing of the Forge. Because there's nothing to upgrade, right? Don't want another Tranquility. 1 is plenty. I have nothing else to retain with Establishment. Okay. We'll avoid the rest side, because we have no need. Yeah, I should have just drank it, but... But okay, indeed. It could upgrade our miracles, actually, and that's pretty good, right? We could get up to 4 energy out of it. Grade? Nothing! Already missed the fasting? Number 2 is the Nemesis. What you got for me today, Nemesis? Instrument tucked to the hand, huh? Let's just get the tuck to the hand in play. Nemesis is intangible every other turn, meaning we can't hurt them. Which is pretty rude, if you ask me. Hand. This turn we murder. Singeing Bowl lets us skip cards to gain max HP, but why would I skip cards when there's a perfectly good Mental Fortress here? That's exactly one of the cards we were looking for. So I'm gonna take it. And I think we'll keep Cultist Pot over the Liquid Bronze. We'll just have to now land a Lesson Learned. Meal Ticket probably does nothing, but might heal us to full in Act 4. Absolutely maxing out the benefit of the Coffee Dripper. Doesn't this deck slap? It's such a good deck. Holy moly, is it ever. I want to end my turn in Calm Stance. I think that I do. By the time Mr. Giant Head realizes what's happening, it's going to be way, way too late. With that empty mind? Not really. I'm so vulnerable, sir. That's true, it's actually pretty easy to fall into a state of overconfidence with the Watcher. If you're killing everything in the early parts of your combats. It may hide a deficit of scaling block, or even scaling damage. This deck, however, I assure you, has it all, and we're not gonna have any problems with the late game. Especially not now that we have a gambling chip to make our turn ones dramatically better. Deck needs card draw? Well, we just got 5 card draw on turn 1. So I dare say we have it. 6? Yeah, if we want, we can discard Miracle too, that's right. You can do that. I strike a 3rd time. I guess there's not really a downside, right? Yeah, actually. You can do whatever you want. Dander, thank you so much for the 22 months, and John Stamos in prison, thank you so much for the 2 months. Appreciate the support, both of you. For that cumulative 2 years of support. We cannot still get 999 gold. The Mind Bloom event offers a different choice based on what floor you're in for the 3rd slot. You'll always be offered Fight a Boss and Upgrade All, but the 3rd option will be 999 gold only in the first few floors of the act, and then heal to full for a doubt in the second half of the act. Kills, right? Chunky. This. Yes, yes. This can go in the discard pile. Keep the empty mind. So I'll just use this to get into Wrath rather than applying Vulnerable. I think I've learned my lesson about that. I think the Wallop just decided to show up there for a second. There's the Weave. Returns from the discard pile of the hand when we scry. And that we do plenty of. Works with every single Cut Through Fate and the Third Eye. And we now have Ornamental Fan for block when we play 3 attacks, so further incentivizing grabbing a Weave here. Kind of neat. We got a little bit of hybrid. One Flurry, one Weave. Feels good. I think one event here. It was actually just Jawworms the whole time. And they're all attacking me on turn 1. How about I use this Deus Ex Machina as card draw? That's pretty cool. Oh, fasting first there, excuse me. Lord. More of the same cards. We've already got, essentially, everything that these offer. We have represented by a card in our deck already. Not the exact cards necessarily, but the functionality, so to speak. Everything on turn 1. Alpha number 3. I'm not going to take a speed potion. I like these two. What shall I do? Proceed, I suppose. We can't rest. The coffee dripper says no. We can't upgrade. There are no targets for the upgrade. And we can't lift because we are too strong. Time Eater don't know that. What a turn 1. Wow. This could be 30 damage, 60. I suppose it's better to actually play the Cut Through Fates. This seems like an ideal opening hand, honestly. Get bopped, Mr. Time Eater. Perfect. I probably should have played that Flurry, actually. It's okay. Take a bit of a hit here. Looks like a really good way to just Simmering Fury vault, and then have a good turn next turn. Yeah. Hey! Didn't say you could opt out. weave one more time instead of what I did there, but it surely doesn't matter because you are extremely dead, Mr. Time Eater. Supremely dead. Alright, who's next? The Awokened one. We only have 2 powers in the deck, so I don't think we're going to have too much trouble here. I don't even need to leave Wrath. Let's see what we got coming up. I don't need to leave Wrath at all. Although, let's see. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Mental Fortress makes the vault free. Yes, I don't need to be in calm for this. Thanks to the mummified hand. Playing this one too. Nine by 4. I even want to play Tuck to the Hand here. I think I want to Eruption, Halt, Tranquility instead. And then, like, Simmering Fury at the end. Wow. Let's just play that, I suppose. Deck really wants a Caliburs, so it might be a bit overkill. Overkill's definitely the name of the deck. GG. Two thump, two thump, two thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all this incredible power? 500 gold to spend in this last shop. Meal Ticket's gonna get to heal us for a grand total of 1 hit point. The value. Good job, Meal Ticket. You did it! There's that Nirvana. Nirvana's not terrible here. Hilariously, Nirvana Melange might even be, like, a thing. Could take an Omniscience to let us double any card in the draw pile. There's lots of good targets for Omniscience in this deck. Double Mental Fortress, double Wallop. Puzzle is a very excellent source of card draw. First time we take damage, we'll draw 3. That's really good. Doubt we need the 10 max HP from Pair. Certainly if we wanted to remove Lesson Learned, this would be a good time to do it. Double Talk to the Hand, that could also be a thing that we do. Didn't we learn that Melange was a disaster? Specifically, Melange Deep Breath is a disaster. And I'll never do that again, but Melange on its own is okay. But yeah, we learned that with the card Deep Breath, which shuffles your deck and then draw cards, you scry, then shuffle the deck, then draw. So the scry effect is useless with Deep Breath. Very strange. But no, Melange on its own is fine, and Melange for activating Nirvana is also fine. I don't have enough money for Omniscience, Melange, remove. So it's either Omniscience or Melange. It is no Goldeneye. No, it's unfortunately not. Shrieking Eels asks, if you scry 0, you don't get block, right? Actually, wrong. So, scrying for 0 is particularly weird in Slay the Spire. If you scry with 0 cards in the draw pile, you do get block from Nirvana, but you do not put Weave back into your hand. I'm not sure why there's a difference here, but one of these effects works, and the other one does not, even though both of them have the exact same wording. Just one of those little idiosyncrasies of Spire. Due to how they, this is whenever you hear about spaghetti code in reference to Spire, this is why. You know, I want the Melange Nirvana thing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do I upgrade Nirvana? I feel like I have to. Alright, in that case you can stay Lesson Learned. Memeing a little bit here. I think Swift Potion's genuinely better than the Cultist Potion. We don't need the Strength. We're gonna be damage capping Heart easy peasy as is. But being able to draw more cards feels very, very helpful. So I'm gonna actually discard that. Shockingly. Lastly, is there any one card that I would like to remove? I can't even think of one. One card. I like the Simmering Fury. I like the Deus Ex. I'm keeping this for the full upgrade. Alright, I'm just gonna go. Onwards! Oh, sure, Rocky Z Robot. The long and short of it is that if you scry with 0 cards in the draw pile, Nirvana does something and Weave does not, even though they have identical wording. Whenever you scry, do something. But there's a game state where one activates and the other does not. Because reasons. Alright, here's a good indication, a good example actually of where Swift Potion might come in. Yeah. Tantrums here. Can't play everything unless I do Tranquility. Okay, then I will Tranquility. Can I kill shield this turn? Actually, no, I think we can do better than that. Kill spear. Or both of them? Question mark? Oh my god. Alright. How about both of them? Bye-bye, both of them. Oh shoot, I put Lesson Learned in the discard pile like a doofus. Hold on, I need that back. Melange, get in there! I accept your terms. Get that Nirvana Plus, we get in Ambrosia, putting us into Divinity stance. Whetstone upgrades. Absolutely nothing, and our dear friend Meditate from the beginning of the game! It's back with a vengeance. Welcome back, Meditate Plus. I missed you so dearly this run. Hey, thanks. Cards upgraded. Flesh never beats steel. Ubly the Great. Seems like a smart man. Looks like we'll be using the Centennial Puzzle to draw here. I could Vigilance first, but I'd really prefer to use that at the end of the turn to go back into Calm stance here. Alternately, I might be Vaulting. It's like a build-your-own rushdown. Then we want Indignation, so Heart is vulnerable. I think I cut through Fate next. And we got both Weave and Fortress. Wow. Or Wave and Fortress. I think what we're going to do is discard the Wave, put it back into our hand with the Meditate here. So that means not vaulting. Means I also don't get the supplied, because I'm a fool. body. We get the weak with this, though, so it doesn't matter. Body comes at the end, so we go Wave of the Hand, Talk to the Hand, Eruption. And we'll wait to see if we draw Fasting before I halt. Wallop. Wallop seems pretty alright. We actually don't need to empty body because we're full blocking. Flurry is not in the discard. We know that I'm drawing Tranquility and Tantrum next turn, so I'm pretty okay staying in Wrath here. $101, huh? And 2 status cards drawn. That's a little oof. Just a little bit. Could use one of our stance potions here to prevent a bit of this damage. Don't really need to, though. This is why we took the max HP bonus at the start of the game. Remember when we took 18 damage to gain 12 max HP? This fight is why. In this fight alone. Fan too, so we actually only take 30 here. I'm cool with that. Probably gonna end up with both potions unused. Man, another bad turn. It's a bit spicy. I know, there's someone more. We just never got offered any curses the whole run. Alright, here we go. $48 damage flurry of blows. Yeah, we definitely didn't need that ritual potion, right? Empty mine into that. Oh. Not a lot of point to playing Tantrum. Vault is on top. Cool. Wow, that vulnerable actually just wore off. Not realize we were going to do that. This goes down to 3/15. Alright, let's end with a flourish then. Divinity Stance! Go! GG! Mr. Hart! GG. Hey everyone! Thanks so much for watching. Did you know that I'm live 5 days a week on Twitch? Come join us to watch me live, ask questions, or chill with the community. Click the link in the description below to follow and be notified when I'm live. And while you're down there, make like a sandwich and sub to this channel for more fresh Baylor content. Ta-ta for now.